think we just saw why it's so important to have more MPAs in the MBA capstone class. So I'm Aaron Green, and I co-teach with Bo. And actually, it's funny, we didn't talk about that aspect of it. And I was trying to characterize the culture of this class. You can't always do it. And I came up with people who don't take no for an answer, who tackle every challenge like they're going to accomplish. Stubborn people, that's what I'm getting at. Just really, which is great. You have to have that if you're going to be an entrepreneur. And you have to have it, especially if you want to start a business that's going to affect change. So making a business plan is more than just completing this sort of series of assignments. It's about establishing the scope for something that doesn't exist but has to exist in the real world. So it's something that affects team dynamics. It's something that affects your ability to scope out your work and predict it. And if that sounds good to you, you might be somebody who could be an entrepreneur. You might have other problems too, if that sounds good to you, because it's very frustrating. I want to introduce the first team. This is a team that came in with a fully baked product, which you might think is a huge advantage. And there are advantages to it. But then you start having to do the real work, because there's a lot of satisfaction with coming in with something and feeling confident about that, but then getting down to the hard work of creating a plan to bring something to market that is going to help people who are in need is really where the rubber hits the road. And this team was very stubborn and never gave up and tackled challenges that at the time seemed, I don't want to say they seemed insurmountable. From my perspective, I would have been scared. So without further ado, Yebobaba.
Today, nearly half of the world, 3 billion people, live on less than $2.50 per day. Like 78% of the world's poor, the Delgados live in a rural village and subsist primarily on their own agricultural yields. 60% of the year, their fields are fallow due to insufficient water access. And during harvest, hours are consumed collecting water, and spoilage is all too common. Traditionally, families like the Delgados have been served by donation-based aid systems that have generated and perpetuated a cycle of economic dependence. Today, we're looking for solutions to empower rather than disenfranchise communities. The OX1 is that solution. The OX1 is a utility vehicle comprised of 4 major components: a stand-up cycle, a load-bearing cart, a kinetic-powered water pump, and an alternator and battery power storage. With the water pump and utility cart, Maritza collects 5 times more water in a single trip than she would be able to carry by hand. Rafael grows a greater diversity of crops year-round and brings them to market in less than a third the time. With just a few simple tools, the Delgados increase the efficiency and productivity of their agricultural operation. The OX1 is the first product of its kind designed as a system to address the 3 core ingredients of economic development: water, energy, and transport. Yebobaba offers an infrastructure-free, market-based solution that provides immediate returns on investment. It empowers individuals and families to meet their own basic needs and contribute to the long-term economic self-reliance of their communities. The OX1 harnesses human power to drive economic development and independence, because what the Delgados need is not a hand up or a hand out. It's tools to do what they already do well, even better. Join us in ending the cycle.
Good evening. Today, nearly half of the world's population live on less than $2.50 a day. What if we had a solution to empower those people and allow them to lift their communities out of the cycle of poverty in a self-sustaining way? We provide a system solution that includes a bundle of products and services. The OX1 utility vehicle provides increased access to water, sustainable transportation, and renewable energy. Community engagement services provide financing support, training program, and local maintenance. All of these 6 attributes are the tools necessary for economic empowerment. For the design, we have developed partnerships with the UCSD Jacobs School of Engineering and the Global Ties Network. They have been systematic prototyping our product so that it is tested and proven ready. The OX1 is a kinetically powered utility vehicle. It is front-wheel drive, stand-up elliptical style with a modular design for increased efficiency and comfort. The cart, pump, and energy units are interchangeable with other applications. Unlike the traditional cantilever pump, the OX pump is mobile, low cost, and infrastructure-free. It pumps 500 gallons per hour to 100 vertical feet. The OX cart is an all-purpose utility cart which has a tested carrying capacity of 400 pounds. This is 3 times more than the heavy-duty bicycles on the market. And the OX Energy is a dynamo battery pack which generates 200 watts per hour that is enough to light a bulb for 12 hours. As an aggregate product with OX1, communities can travel 3 times faster than walking, carry 5 times more load, collect water and irrigate fields, and store energy for later use. Next, Pablo will introduce you our community engagement services.
Thank you, Suchil. Now, based on global development research, we have identified Nicaragua for our initial pilot. Our customer research shows that Nicaraguans struggle with getting water to their crops. And then, if and when they're able to harvest, face additional challenges getting those agricultural products to market. As part of our services package of solution, we have partnered with numerous community-based organizations in Nicaragua. They will be key to boosting our marketing and gaining customers in what is termed a frontier market. Our goal here is to get 100 customers. Then, the CBOs, in concert with the Yebobaba team, will work to train our customers on how to operate and maintain the OX1 and use our product to increase their agricultural yields. Upon completion of the training, they'll receive certification, which aligns with best practices in the development sector. Then, our customers will be connected with our microfinancing partners. Here, they'll be given basic financial advice and training, and to ensure that they understand the payment schedule and the terms. Upon signing agreements, customers will be able to take ownership of the OX1 and ride home to irrigate their fields and take their surplus goods to market, thus beginning their journey to economic empowerment. Next, Kat would like to introduce the team.
In Bantu, Yebobaba means to honor a person with respect. Our core values of honor and respect for our partners, our customers, and our fellow team members is what drives our business and creates the conditions for our success. Suchil Koperlu, our Chief Technical Officer, is an industrial design master with almost a decade of experience in aerospace and vehicle engineering. Pablo Gabato, our Chief Operations Officer, is a supply chain and logistics expert who currently manages warehouse and fleet operations for a large regional nonprofit organization. Our Chief Communications Officer, Joshua Morales, who's unfortunately not able to be on stage with us tonight, is one of the founding partners of a Puerto Rico-based product innovation firm and has done work in community agricultural development on the island. Michael Sexton, our founder and Chief Financial Officer, has spent more than a decade on the African continent. He's our polylinguist, on-the-ground problem solver with years of experience in relationship management, finance, and global exchange. And I'm Kat Vining, Yebobaba's Chief Executive Officer. As an executive leader, I specialize in strategy and sustainable business development, and I'm the team's organic agricultural policy expert with experience in small grower liaising. Now, to complement our own skills and expertise, we've established a panel of expert advisors who have and will continue to support us through the product development and rollout phases. We have seasoned veterans in the areas of engineering, product development, strategy, operations, policy, and legal. Together, with our partnerships with the UCSD Jacobs School of Engineering, our partners in Nicaragua, and our expert advisory panel, we are perfectly poised for a successful international rollout of the product over the next 18 months. Mike, let's do the numbers.
Thank you, Kat. This summer, our engineering teams will finalize testing on the individual components and build the production model OX1. Our product will retail at around $1,000. And you might ask, how can a subsistence farmer living in rural anywhere on $2.50 pay for a $1,000 vehicle? Well, first, we create the mechanism where they can irrigate their fields year-round. So in doing so, we apply an economic money multiplier of 2 because this is the first time that they can get dual harvest in one season. Effectively, what we're doing is doubling their average daily earnings. With a simple payback plan of just 50 cents per day, they can finance to own an OX1 and take it home with them. Over the next 5 years, as revenues continue to climb, we will plow back our earnings into R&D to develop a series of implements and attachments to not only affect agriculture, but domestic care as well. By year 5, we are profitable, and investors can expect a return of 18%. Nicaragua is our pilot program where we will test demand. The local market has exponential room for growth. In phase 1, we proved the concept, expanding to neighboring countries and eventually entering the African market. By 2022, we will operate in 9 countries on 2 continents. Today, we enter our seed capital round on a $450,000 raise. These funds will enable us to register IP, produce the first 100 OX1 units, and launch our pilot program in Nicaragua. Truthfully, as chaotic as the world seems right now, the timing could never be better. Multilateral agencies, NGOs, CBOs, and microfinance institutions are looking for products and services just like ours, and they spend billions annually on procurement. The market is ready. Sustainable development is not the result of a hand up or a handout. It's delivering the tools necessary to empower people. Yebobaba.